Hello everyone, this is Jim from Model Train Technology, and today we're going to just set up the LED scene controller and get you started. So this is how it comes to you in the mail, and there's a whole series of things. So first of all, we have the Keypad user's manual. You're more than likely going to start with that. There's a DCC manual for those who want to enter that. All of our controllers have DCC decoders in it. You can run it as a multifunction decoder or an accessory decoder. There's a chart of 100 animations we talk about on our website, and while it might look intimidating at first, really you just pick a number from 1 to 99, plug it into the controller, and it'll animate as you choose. There's a deeper end of the pool you can wade into later to change the configurations. Literally tens of thousands of ways you can change the rate of blinking, animation, fading, and so forth. So it's a lot of power in there. But we're just going to start very simply. It comes with a pack. If you bought the kit, it comes with a pack of 16 LEDs plus one. We give you an extra one. And then here's the controller right here. We use 3D printing to print the case. It's pretty cool. And power supply. So let's put the box aside and get started. All right, so very simple, 18 volt, 1 amp power supply. Just plug it into the wall, and that plugs into the side of the controller on this side. You'll notice there are a series of what we call JST plugs. These are the same that Woodland Scenic uses. So if you have a Woodland Scenic product with a JST plug, you can just plug it right in here. There are 16, so 1, 2, 3 through 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, so we're going to take this pack of LEDs out, and just to get you started, we're going to just pick one out of the pack, all right, and just leave that there, and use the JST plug and plug it into port number 1, and turn the power on. Now you'll see it go through a set of steps where the display, three sets of numbers come up. The first set tells you what kind of decoder it is. 111 means it's going to operate in multifunction decoder mode. And like I said, if you're not using DCC, you can ignore that. The second digit is 3, which is the address, DCC address. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 tells you everything's good. So when you get this from us, all the ports are set to mode 1, which means the LED will go on. So it's very simple for you to just take your pack of LEDs and just plug them in. I'm going to plug this into port number 3, and it'll light up just the same, and do all the way around. All right, so what we want to do is show you how simple it is, and really this is what we intended to make this so simple to configure. The green button switches between animation mode, which is what it's on now, means the display is dark. When you push this for a second, it switches to configuration mode, and the pin that it's set to, there's 16, lights up. So this is port 1. If we go to 3, port 3 lights up. So you know which light you're configuring. And then on the right-hand side is the mode. And so since we have 2 digits, we use all of them, actually from 0, which would mean off, to 99. The first thing I'm going to do is set this to just simply blink, which is 3. So I'm going to move this up to 3. The yellow button is to save, and I'm going to put it back in animation mode. And now you can see that that light is flashing. If I want to change it to a Mars effect, which fades up, blinks, and fades down, go back into configuration mode. It remembered that it's at 3. The Mars effect is 4. That's as simple. Save it and turn it back into animation mode, and you can see we have a different effect. All right? So now each port can be configured separately to do something different. So let's do that. We had blinking before. Let's set pin 3. So now we're working on pin 3. Steady on is 1. Let's set it to blink and save it and go back in animation mode. And now you've got a Mars effect over here and a blinking effect over here. So that's very simple, and we could just plug all of them in. There's just literally hundreds of different effects, and you can just attach these. This is a PCB, and what you can do is just glue this with regular modeler glue onto a surface inside the building, wherever you like, and it'll stick. I don't recommend super glue because super glue is permanent. Modeler's glue holds it well enough, but if you need to snap it off and change it for any reason, you can do that. Now, we do give you 16 plus 1, so there's a 17th one just in case something happens. But you may find yourself in a situation where you want 3 or 4 of these LEDs to work together. And so what we have is a connecting board here, and we're going to just connect this in, and we're going to unplug port 1, which was doing I'm going to actually unplug both of these and plug this into port 1, which is that Mars effect. And now I'm going to plug both of the LEDs that I have here into the connector. All right, and now you see that both LEDs are behaving the same. So you can get these connectors from us, you can get the cord, you can extend these as long as you want, and each port can connect to a 4-point connector. Now it's a 1 amp capacity, so you have to think through what brightness that each LED will be at. So no more than 50% brightness if you have 64 LEDs. Usually what happens, our customers say at about 30 LEDs connected to a box, they need other things going on, different effects, so they just get a second controller. Now the last thing I want to show you is this neat little bracket that we invented. It's a magnetic base with some screw holes, and you can just attach that under your layout on the side, and the controller will just stick there, and you can just remove it. So really simple. And if you forget what the buttons are and you can't find the manual, on the back there's a little key ledge in here, and our contact information is on the back as well. So if you really get stuck, there you go. So that's the introduction to the LED scene controller. There's a lot more that this can do. We now have dongles that you can connect up to connect fiber optics. So your fiber optics can be blinking and flashing and adjusting brightness. And just, I did skip over it quickly, but each LED, let's take one of these and connect it to pin 4. I want to show you that each port, so let's go to port 4. Each port brightness can be adjusted. This is at 10% brightness. I can reduce it down all the way to 0, and it'll cycle around to 99. So it's very bright. So each port can be set to an individual brightness as your needs require on the layout. Now, one of the things is at about 50% brightness to 99%, you can't tell the difference. So we recommend somewhere between 20 and 30 will be plenty bright enough, as you can see here in the video. And then you just save it, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any questions, contact us on the website using the support form, or email us. Our information is also on the website. Thank you for watching.